And welcome back, ladies and gents, boys and girls, gentlemen and scholars, beautiful people and other people and everyone. I don't know, man. We're here with another episode of The Bonfire. And today we have a great movie. And it's not great. I lied. It's called Dragon Ball Evolution. Jesus Christ, where do I start with this? But before I get there, I got my friends here. We're here with the one, the only, the mogul, the deity. What's going on, man?
What's good?
I just think about what we just talked about. We got CJ from Liberty City. Puffco Poppy, what's up, man?
What it do? What it do,
You
baby?
puffing on anything today?
Am I puffing on? I just got in the house, so I haven't even started up, but I have started up my dab cam. So I got a cam just for the puff
Dab
cam.
cam. We have a new
Today.
hashtag.
So we got
Hashtag
the dab cam, you know what I'm
everybody.
saying?
This is the
People who dab scare me.
this is the dab daddy right here, man. Like, geez. All right, we also got my man Eisenheim Schwartzwald, aka Bubba, the man, the myth, the legend. He's here today with his face. Isn't it lovely? Pause. Anyway, we got B Mac.
Oh, it's
What's up,
necessary.
man?
It was good. It was good.
And last but not least, we got Sniper Elite Nick.
Yo. Yeah, my phone's charging right now, but what it
Phone's
do?
charging right now. Hey, same old, but we are here to talk trash about. Geez, I'm looking at my notes, and we got a lot to cover today. So, first and foremost, Dragon Ball Evolution. Before I start, does anyone have any good things to say about this movie?
Good things, you say.
I have something good. Okay.
All right, I'm
I'm
listening. I'm
a
listening.
glass half full, glass half empty kind of guy. So it showed that it's possible. Okay. People actually want to pick up this property and mess with it. They actually, so we can. It's possible. Things are possible.
You know, I'm with Hook.
Possible.
I'm with Hook. I like that.
Yeah.
Because he's right. Because
There
it's
you
like
go.
that was the first. I think Dragon Ball Evolution was the first two live action American adaptation of an anime. I can't think of one before that.
Really?
Is there one after that?
Ghost in the Shell,
Speed Racer?
Speed
Yeah,
Racer.
Yeah.
That wasn't before Dragon Ball though.
Yeah.
This is like, let me see what year this came out. Go
So-
ahead, KP.
But that might be a bad thing because then it opened the can of worms that is Avatar,
Yeah, we got Avatar after
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
I mean,
Yeah.
that. Endless
I got a
Netflix
positive. I
adaptations.
think this movie is so bad that it falls into. Yeah, I think this
Right.
movie's so bad it falls into it's so bad it's good territory. I think you can have like a few
that?
drinks with your
Yeah,
friends and
yeah.
you can have a good ass time with this movie.
Yeah,
if
it
you,
was fun watching it again.
you disconnect yourself from your love of Dragon Ball Z and the source material and just enjoy how like much of a shit show the movie is.
What's that?
Oof. Anyways, though, guys, oof. Back to it. Dragon Ball. So good, I guess.
So good.
With that being said, it did start off in Japan. Of course, it was made by Akira Toriyama back in '84. It was inspired by Journey to the West, and of course, there's a couple of versions out with the anime. So you have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. What was that? Super right now. And what was the non-canon one? GT. Hey, I don't care what anyone says. I like GT. Y'all can fight.
I like
also like
GT
GT. It was
too.
cool. Yeah, it was
Hey,
like the art.
Y'all can fight me. Anyway, though, the first thing we're gonna get into right now is the movie tropes. And Jesus Christ, there was 3 specific ones I pulled out of this movie that need to be talked about because, woo! All right, first and foremost, explaining everything when the person turns 18. And everything traumatic happens that day. Y'all, please. Explain what's going on with this. What
before we even get to that, well, no, not before, but like before we even get to that, the movie trope of like everything happening at 18, why even choose that particular trope? Like, it's almost as if somebody saw the source material and was like, oh, he didn't beat the hell out of grown men when he was a child, and that wasn't cool.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, wasn't the actor that played Goku like 30 years old, portraying
He
himself
was.
as like a high schooler in this movie?
Justin
Justin
Chatwin.
Chatwin. Yeah.
They all
that's
were
a bad
30.
one. They all were old.
They pulled the old Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, like he's in high school, and it's like clearly this is like a 30-year-old man. But okay.
I will
Yeah.
admit that is one of the few white people that I'm envious of his ability to not age. Because I'm looking at a picture of him now, he looks relatively the same, and he already looked young in that movie.
Yeah.
Oof. But 18, man. Why? Why do we always have to do that?
I mean, I think that's a common, like, I guess they tried to make it a coming of age story.
No.
I'm just guessing from a director's point
Literally
of view.
coming of age.
Yeah, he's 18. I guess that's when people figure out their powers at 18 for whatever reason.
I'm just
But with
thinking of
that
all the
being said-
18-year-olds who figured out their powers at 18.
But with that being said, that first fight with Grandpa Gohan and Goku, let's yeah. That was atrocious. The fight was atrocious. Everything about that. The bug, the animated bug that he threw in this man's mouth was hella disrespectful.
It didn't have to be so detailed. Like they made you get up close to it to see how CG it was, and you're like, why do you think this is cool for me to see?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they just jumped right into that. It was hella detailed. It's disgusting, and I hate it. Everything about this movie. But those who don't know,
so
how. Go ahead, Nick.
So my question is, the movie's bad for sure, but like, is the movie really, really bad, or is it worse because we saw Dragon Ball Z?
Yes. No.
It's just a bad movie in general.
Yeah.
I can't say it's a good movie.
Because how it compares to the original Dragon Ball, which is also atrocious, but it's also just terrible everything, man. It's terrible.
I would have to see what a person says about it who doesn't know anything about Dragon Ball lore at all. They probably still vomit and convulse anyway.
If you watch any other movie with martial arts in it before this movie, you will hate the shit out of this movie. They got the fights bad.
I can only wonder why anyone would watch the movie without seeing the source material. But I hope to God that when they did, that it didn't ruin them from going to see the source material. Because quite honestly, if I saw this movie first and then I went and saw that there was an anime behind it, I'm not going to watch the anime. And then I would have missed one of the most iconic anime of all time.
That's the same thing with The Last Airbender, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't disagree with that sentiment. I feel like both of these movies are comparable.
It's disrespectful.
If I saw, to be honest, if I saw Dragon Ball Evolution, I probably wouldn't have watched Dragon Ball. But if I saw The Last Airbender, I probably still would have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, the manga.
I don't know if I could say that. Here's another good question, though. Not to get too off topic. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody was going to ask this. What's worse, Avatar: The Last Airbender or Dragon Ball Evolution?
Avatar.
Avatar.
This.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't tell, honestly.
I'm decisively saying
go with
Avatar. I don't think it's that close.
I gotta go with this. This is unwatchable horseshit. Avatar is kind of interesting. It's like, okay, they're following the storyline. I remember this episode with the shorty died and she was a fish. And Zuko? No, not Zuko. The other cuz had her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we follow the story.
They follow the story. Yep.
Ong. You called him Ong.
They follow the story. The movie was just racist. That's all.
I mean, I guess for me, one of my favorite parts to hate on from Dragon Ball, because I also agree with you guys, is what they did to Piccolo. I'm not even that concerned about what they did with Goku, but what they did with my man Piccolo, I feel like when this movie came out, before Fighters was even available, Hook Gang God was somewhere just crying and he didn't know why. And he felt it in the force that someone disrespected Piccolo. Like, where even are his antennae? Why did they slick him back like a Jerry curl on Sunday? Like, for no reason.
They whitewash
tell you
Piccolo.
this bit of trivia. Speaking of Piccolo, according to James Marsters, the producers wanted to make Piccolo more beautiful than Marsters wanted him to be. Since the producers were not around when filming started, Marsters and the makeup artist changed the character's look to make him ugly, which would reflect Piccolo's rage from being imprisoned for so long. He said it would be better to be fired than mess up Piccolo. He did mess up Piccolo.
Yeah. So you're telling me there was a beautiful version of him, like beautiful Squidward?
He had Play-Doh on his face.
I heard that the actor, he really tried to make it better, or Piccolo better at least, but
That's disgusting.
yeah.
That is absolutely disgusting.
He
Everybody
was gonna
knows.
be worse than what he was.
That is absolutely disgusting.
He was supposed to be worse.
You know what I forgot?
Piccolo just looks like the species that Gamora is from.
No, he
like,
is a super scroll. Everything I've written down about Piccolo in this movie, I did not spell out Piccolo. I spelled out scroll.
Well, you have 4 pages of notes. Let's get to them. I didn't want you to write them for no reason. please.
I mean, hey,
you suffered through this. You soldiered through it for the Fire Squad, man. You got to get through all the notes.
I got you. So, for those who don't know how this movie goes, I can break this down really quickly within 20 points of the entire movie. So, Goku's in high school getting bullied by this black guy named Texas Battle. That's his real name, ladies and gentlemen. Texas Battle. All right. Some black dude from Texas. He's born in Texas, which makes it crazy. Texas Battle.
That is lazy. That is so lazy.
I don't know the wrestler's name.
Texas Battle.
And he starts falling for Chi-Chi, which is what's her face? Jamie Chung. Now, honestly, y'all, who would win in a fight? Jamie Chung or Wendy Wu? I mean,
Ariana
Brenda
Grande.
Song. No, I said Brenda Song
Brenda
or
Song.
Jamie Chung. Wendy
said
Wu
Ariana
versus
Grande.
Chi-Chi. Shut up. Anyway, he's being trained by his grandfather, Grandpa Gohan. Okay? Gohan has been attacked by the Super Skrull on his 18th birthday, that great movie trope I said earlier, and he dies because he's there to get the Dragon Ball, which Grandpa Gohan gives to Goku, and yeah, Goku goes to a party at Chi-Chi's house, blah, blah, blah. So after Grandpa dies, Goku meets up with Bulma to search for Master Roshi. Goku could apparently sense Dragon Balls. Don't know how that's possible, but hey, man, they did that anyway. Goku and the gang finds out Chi-Chi can fight after they find Roshi, and she's in a martial arts tournament. And they're all like amazed, like, oh my god, she's cute and she can fight. But they then meet Yamcha, the worst actor of the entire movie. I'm sorry.
Easily.
Easily the worst.
Easily.
The Skrull then sends Mai, who I don't know why that she's with King Piccolo, but I guess, and some monsters to fight Goku and the gang in the volcano. They win. Roshi learns Mafuba. Didn't know that was a thing. Teaches Goku to Kamehameha because apparently he's also the Avatar who has to master all 3 elements of earth, water, and air, because that was really a thing in the movie. The Skrull tries. Mai steals the Dragon Balls from everybody, disguised as Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi gets her shit rocked by Goku because he thought that she was the fake one. The Skrulls tries to summon Shenron, fails. Goku actually turns out to be Osaru, the legendary minion of Piccolo. He beats up Yamcha and kills Roshi. Goku's plot armor of how he's the hero saves him. Mai fights Bulma, classic girl-on-girl fight with guns. Yamcha saves Bulma because Bulma was about to get her ass beat. Goku becomes one with 2. He kills the Super Skrull, wishes Roshi back to life with Dragon Balls, makes out with Chi-Chi, comes to find out the Skrull's not dead at the end credits. The end.
So they expected a sequel.
So I have a few questions. Who is Mai? Like who?
Mai, Emperor Pilaf's minion from the original Dragon Ball
Trunks'
series.
girlfriend from the future.
Yeah.
Oh, that Mai. Oh wow.
Yeah,
She just shaped
they
her.
literally right from the fucking future was like, we'll just give her to Piccolo because we have publishing rights to this character for this movie.
And after that, they just destroyed her entire character. She came off like some, I don't know what she came off as, and I don't feel like it's a good word, so I'm just not say it. But
Don't
yeah,
put yourself through that.
it was terrible. It was terrible, man.
All these cool sidekicks and minions Piccolo had. They picked my
So where was Krillin?
That's a good
In the
question.
original King Piccolo, arc, Krillin was in there. He died.
So okay, so this is Dragon Ball. They were trying to do Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah, it's Dragon Ball.
Well, already they fucked up because first of all, why is he 18 in Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
He's
He was in
18,
school.
getting bullied by a black dude with the classic early 90s black guy hairline.
That was Mr. Popo. That wasn't Texas Battle. That was Popo. They were just being racist.
And Goku said, he said I could tear them all apart if I really wanted to in that movie.
Whole time he did say that. For me, it's definitely
that's something he would say.
It's definitely hard to get away from character design because a lot of the times for me, character design is very paramount, especially with these adaptations. That was one of my issues with Death Note. It wasn't that Lakeith Stanfield was L, it was that Light Yagami was blonde. That really was weird to me. I didn't appreciate it. And in this, yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield played L.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, man.
That's a thing that happened.
Yep.
But here's the great thing. He was the best part of the movie. He was the best part of that movie.
He tried. He tried his damnedest.
You know who played Ryu?
I already know. Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe.
Oh, how you
Green
know
Goblin.
Willem Dafoe played Ryu, but you ain't know Lakeith Stanfield played L?
I didn't know y'all was dead ass. I thought y'all was bullshit. Why is the black person? Okay.
He
All
played
right,
they got a black dude to play like the palest person in all of anime, basically.
Quite literally, with
clearly
huge blue
Jared
eyes.
Leto.
But
Clearly Jared Leto, but that's a different movie.
but character design in Dragon Ball Evolution, I get that you can't go full, you can't go full turkey and just give him the feathers and everything. But Jesus Christ, Goku just looked like a list of characters that were everything except Goku. He looked like the Doc from Back to the Future. He looked like the dude who got electrified in Home Alone 2. He looked like the bad version of Sonic the Hedgehog before the Sonic the Hedgehog movie came out. He honestly looked like a regular hedgehog. It's like they didn't know what to do with his hair. And they also picked a dude. Well, I guess this might be accurate to the character design of Dragon Ball Z characters, but they also picked a dude who honestly could double as a screen wall for a projector because that forehead was about 6. I'm pretty sure he knows what we're thinking right now. That was also just one of the hugest issues that I've had with character design in that movie.
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question. Basically, off of what Bubba said, like the hair, to do like a Dragon Ball Z character hair, like, and make it not look goofy on screen. How would you do that in live action?
You have to
nobody's hair is like that.
You have to do the classic 90s white boy poof out with the little fucking, what's that half visor, half hat thing? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
I know what he's talking about.
The Miami Beach.
I think it's just called a visor.
Yeah, that's what I think it's called. Like it just goes around here.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called right now, but it's like a hat.
I swear it's just called a visor.
A boneless hat. Yeah.
All right. Soldier on.
CJ, for you, man.
I mean, it looks like my man was going to pull up to an episode of Jersey Shore, so I'm not a fan of the hair, even though I see the dilemma with the hair. If you can't go like full anime, but even with Bulma, they gave her like a streak of blue instead of like her iconic like blue hair or whatever. It's like you could have went You could have did better. Like I'm not gonna fake. This movie is like goofy bad to me, where it's just like I think again, like you do a few
Campy
shots,
as fuck.
you're hanging with your boys, and you can rip on it and have a good time with this movie, but like just don't connect it to actual Dragon Ball anything. That's where you're gonna get your feelings hurt. Where they try to, as you guys said, kind of like do Dragon Ball, but not really. Kind of like try to capitalize off of popular things of Dragon Ball Z. But my main beef is them whitewashing Piccolo. We all know that Piccolo is a proud black man. The fact that they whitewashed him is just as bad as Ghost in the Shell. If any person in any anime should have been casted as a black person, it should be Piccolo. I'm just like the culture weeps for this. And,
who would you cast if you could think of someone right now?
I have Jamon Hunsu.
Yeah, what's the
Guy White.
Yeah, what's Evil Dave Chappelle's name? What's his name?
Bokeem Woodbine.
Michael B. Jordan to play Piccolo. He did as Killmonger.
That's
right?
his name.
Michael B. Jordan. Whoa.
Yeah, it's Bokeem something, bro. Bokeem or something like that.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Evil Dave Chappelle, bro.
Captain Holt from fucking y'all know the show, the police show with Andy Samberg.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Any tall black man. Denzel Washington.
Keith David.
It's Terrence Howard, man. He's get them Dragon Balls, man.
Yeah, John White.
No, so you did not put in no Terrence Howard, dog. No, anyone but him. Honestly, I picked what's that dude from The Wire, the black dude, the cop.
Omar.
No, the cop.
The black dude.
The cop.
From The Wire.
From The
Like,
Wire,
there's so
the
many
bald
of those
head
black
dude,
dudes.
the lieutenant.
Oh, him. I don't know his name, but the dude he talked like, yes, we have to go get the yeah. Nigga like Frozone. Hey, I have a note about the hair. It was suggested to give the entire cast special wigs of different colors to keep the essence of the Dragon Ball anime, but James Wong vetoed this idea to make the film more realistic. However, Emmy Rossum, the girl who played Bulma, had a blue streak dyed in her hair, and Justin Chatwin had his hair touched to make it spiky so that their respective characters possessed a classic yet distinctive look, which was trash.
It was distinctive, all right. Distinctively trash. 100%. No doubt about it.
Without a doubt, yeah.
There's
Right.
nothing you can do to redeem that.
All right, Soldier on.
Nick, are you alive?
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, there you go. Ooh, I thought you went away. Worst animation for you, bro.
Like in the movie?
Yes. What are we?
I don't remember, bro. I don't remember the movie that well, bro. I just remember it being bad. I haven't seen that movie in so long, and I watched it one time. I just know that it's one of the worst movies in movie history.
It's only one answer.
I do remember they tried to like the putty monsters from Power Rangers. They had them fight them for a little while.
So hear me out. Skrull decided to draw his blood.
Skrull.
And put it into a machine. It created, at first when I saw this the other day, I was like, is he creating a Cyberman? Like, that's what we're doing here? Like, that's a new look. But no, they were called, I have this note also. It's somewhere here. It's like Fuma. That's what it's called. Fulums. That's what they're called. Fulums.
Has anybody ever heard of Fulums in Dragon Ball ever?
Anything. Dragon Ball anything.
It's an Arcana situation all over again, B-Mac.
Yeah, I can't recall them having anything like that in Dragon Ball.
Arcana. They pulling the Arcana, B-Mac. They pulling the Arcana again.
That's
And then
we're talking about Mortal Kombat, everybody.
Mortal Kombat.
Then everyone in this movie uses the Force, all right?
Oh, God.
The Force, man, it was everywhere. There's this, especially Goku with the lockers when he tried to help Chi out. He said, "Boom," and all of them open. I was like, "Oh, how gaily romantic!" Oh,
bro, that's definitely something that threw me off. Specifically, that locker scene. I forgot about it right until you said it, which was there were so many things that were indicative of what was also wrong with the Hollywood industry with this movie, because it was so clear that it was a cash grab as well. And that's also partly why it was so lazily done. Like somebody was literally just like, we could figure out a way to do this smartly that ties into their energy powers, or we could just make stuff open and people will go, he has powers. So somehow a Saiyan now has telekinesis. Give us money, please. Like, come on now.
Speaking of money, the film was originally conceived as a large blockbuster with a $120 million budget. This is what sold actors like James Marsters and Chow Yun-fat to appear in the film. However, when they finally arrived to the set and discovered that the film would only cost $30 million and would be mostly shot in an abandoned jeans factory, to save costs, they were heartbroken. By then, though, they were contractually obligated to do the film and couldn't back out. Jesus, Mary.
Imagine
things you do in Hollywood to make $1.
Just imagine you come to work as an actor, and now you also have the chance of being haunted for the rest of your life by the ghost of a gene factory. Like,
Gene factory.
I'm so sorry, Hook.
Sue them because they under promised, like, right? Like, can you not be like, yo, nah, bro, like,
what?
you gotta change his contract.
An abandoned gene factory.
Nope,
I'm so sorry, Hook. I did not mean to do that. I just look back at the screen. I just see him going down.
Slim, a gene factory.
No, an abandoned gene factory.
An abandoned gene factory.
It was free.
They didn't have to pay for it. They just walked in the joint like it was like you were in space at a park for 4th of July. Like, hey, we here now.
You know it's got to be haunted. It's a gene factory. It's not like genes go out of business. Something bad had to happen there for them to choose not to make money anymore. For them to go, yeah, we don't want hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. We got to close this down because this ghost, man. And now y'all shooting a movie there? That's what it really was. It was the curse of the abandoned gene factory that made this movie terrible.
I know exactly what it was. It was the ghost of Best Genus. Go ahead, KB.
Best Jesus.
Goodbye. Just, you know,
because he died. You get the joke? Because he died.
Oh, he did die. Oh, spoiler.
He's not
spoiler.
dead. He's not dead. Spoiler. My bad. He's not dead. He's not dead.
Please
Soldier on, KB. Soldier on.
How dare you? How dare you?
Here come Nick.
This wasn't even about anime.
Edit that out.
I just saying.
Edit that out.
Anyway, everything else wrong with this movie, man. Like, another thing, Shenron. Lord Jesus Christ, it's a fire.
Oh man.
The summoning of Shenron.
In there.
I know you do, because that summoning of Shenron. So, you know, of course, in the Dragon Ball anime, you know, all you do is put all the Dragon Balls together. Shenron pops out. He's green. He's a dragon. He talks. He's like, hey, what y'all niggas want? I'm here to grant your wish. All right. Shenron and Dragon Ball.
Out.
Yeah. Shenron, though, on the other hand, in Dragon Ball Evolution, you put the Dragon Balls. First of all, they don't, you know, they can go collapse. I mean, they can collapse, they can expand in the anime. This joint, they just stay little marbles. You put them in a stone slot that happens to be randomly spaced perfectly for this spot in Earth. Like, this Dragon Ball was made for Earth itself. Columns go up. Shenron comes out. He's gold and short and hella CGI. Please, someone find me 1 second. Answers, pictures, bro. I gotta show y'all this.
We need answers.
Oh no, they weren't Dragon Balls. They were Prometheum orbs.
Oh yeah, that's what
that just
Bulma
hurt my
called
feelings.
them.
I'm not gonna lie when you said that.
She called them Promethean orbs when she came into, you know, steal Goku's Dragon Ball. I was the
Well, the one good thing, the one very paramount good thing is, and I good thing about the movie is, hold on, I just found the note. Well, talk while I do this, please. Segue. Filibuster.
No, stop. Goku's transformation into the fucking 3D CGI monkey. Please, someone explain that also. So basically, he's Osaru and he turns into a monkey and kills Roshi. And that's probably like the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Where monkey?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The Osaru wasn't the worst part about that. To me, honestly, I was not a fan of Shinron coming out like a feral lizard. Like, why did he? Shinron was always cool because he would come out and he would barely move, and he had so much weight on you, like so much so that if anybody's watched Super, when you see him go, Lord Barris, and he's like acting all weird around him, you're like, what is going on here? Just because like he's always been this big sort of foreboding character. And then when he like slithers out and slithers all over the place, you're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you moving like this? It just really put me off. That was, honestly, that would be my top dislike CG of the whole movie. It's just fast moving Shinron slithering around the air as if he was like a water moccasin.
Well, like I was saying, the one very paramount good thing about this movie is Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama was initially supportive of the announcement of a live-action adaptation and asked fans to treat the film as a different interpretation of his work. But after watching the film, he was so horrified at the adaptation of his work that he decided to revive the series with the animated film Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods 2013. He later revealed that he wasn't allowed to have any creative input on the film, and all of his suggestions were rejected. It was doomed from the start. But that's the one good thing. They forced him out of retirement and gave us a good movie, but it kind of went down at it.
You think
he essentially said, "Fuck it, I'll do it myself."
Yeah.
You think it went down?
I'm more biased to the the where we went with Dragon Ball GT. Now with Dragon Ball Super, it's my opinion, but Dragon Ball Super, the transformation is kind of like Super Saiyan Blue, then Super Saiyan Blue, and then Super Blue Saiyan Blue Red. Like all them names and all that, I'm like, come on, dog, you throwing a lot of shit at us. You're not explaining a lot. We could do that later. But
I can agree with that.
Perlman was offered the role of Lord Piccolo in this movie.
Yeah, I did fucking Hellboy 2 instead.
Yeah, he did Hellboy 2 instead. Yeah,
I can definitely agree with that, Hook.
Good choice.
But I'm also 50-50 about that because honestly, funny enough, I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Ball Super just because I think Super, they really just took power levels to an extent where you can no longer really verifiably say who is powerful. But I will admit that the story and coolness factor of it through the roof. It's definitely more interesting story and more coolness for that Dragon Ball has always been known for as a series, and just a whole lot more of it. I love Golden Frieza. I love the Super Saiyan gods, even though we're not entirely sure whether Gohan was going to be able to beat his dad or not, or whether Krillin could stand up to a Super Saiyan god. Those were very interesting fights to me. I love like the other gods of destruction and whatnot. So I am appreciative of it, but I do agree with you, Hook. Super really just threw power scales out the window, bro. At this point, I'm starting to believe that Hercule could come up and maybe give somebody the hands. I don't really know, bro. I mean, like, look, bro, Gohan, after getting his shit handed to him for years, was giving his dad some go. Apparently, Krillin was giving his dad some go. Well, not his dad. We don't know who his father is. But
But he's
yeah,
a Saiyan. He's a Saiyan.
Krillin?
No, Gohan.
Go on.
Yeah. Oh, bruh.
Saiyans get stronger with every ass whipping.
But this man, are you telling me like human level, he just did a little Sparky, didn't even go Saiyan, and he was giving his father some go? People were saying that he forced Goku into that state.
Hey,
Hey,
I
man.
got a note. I got a note on Ozaru if you want it.
Let's hear it.
Voice actor Christopher Sabat, who voiced the characters Piccolo and Shenron in Dragon Ball 1995, is credited as the voice of the eternal dragon Shenron in this film, even though his voice is not heard at all. His speaking role was cut from the film. So they recorded it, didn't put it in the movie.
Yeah.
Soldier on, KB, soldier on.
I don't even know how I feel about that because, like, literally, he's just slithered out of the Dragon
Let's talk
Balls.
about that. Let's talk about that. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Bubba, please.
Yo,
Please.
he just slithered out of the Dragon Balls, spit magical substances at Roshi, and brought him back to life, and then slithered away. I don't know if that would have been made better by his voice. Chris Sabat going blah, and getting the fuck out of there.
So do you think they should have followed the Dragon Ball anime at least? Something close to that. So in the Dragon Ball anime, when Piccolo summons the dragon, he gets his wish of eternal youth and destroys and fucking blows Shenron to smithereens. Do you think that would have been a better chance for that movie? Still no? Would that made it better?
It would have made it, at least in my opinion, too ready for a sequel, and that would have made it even worse. Because like like even with this, it's like, okay, not making a sequel is forgivable, but if they did it like that, anyone watching would have been like, well, we know there has to be a sequel now.
Speaking of sequels,
I don't think they would have made a sequel no matter what.
The audacity to even think that they were going to get a sequel.
You said he was.
CJ, hold on, CJ.
Go. He's been loading up the chopper this whole time.
Who?
I'm just saying. There's a lot of audacity in this movie, and they're making it like the nerve to even think about a sequel or like building a franchise off of this bullshit. Like was said before, this was a cash grab because they had the license and they were like, hey, people love Dragon Ball Z, so let's throw some bullshit and throw the name on it so people see this movie. It wasn't like you didn't feel passion and the love for the source material in any step of this. And I think that was a step. Even if you change the story and you adjust it, there has to be some sort of reverence, or like where you feel that the people who made it actually give a shit about Dragon Ball in some capacity. Like at least be like one fan behind the scenes, like as an executive producer, when they come up with bullshit ideas to be like, hey guys, maybe let's not do that. But they don't keep those voices in the room. And then we get abominations like this. So I mean,
I love that as a suggestion too. Just keep one fan.
Just one fan, just one dude to be like, hey, you're fucking this up. But no, they don't have anybody. They're just a bunch of executives.
Akira Toriyama.
Yeah, I mean,
remember James Wong with his own little spin to it, and that was a whole tornado, bro. That was horrible.
They thought they were getting 3 movies.
Oh, yeah. It is. That's what I was going to say. This is actually the third Dragon Ball Z live adaptation. The other 2 is like Chinese and unlicensed. But I think I found the most damning fact about this movie.
I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready.
This might be the most damning thing. Back when the film was still in development in 2002, a poll was conducted by 20th Century Fox to see who fans would like to see be cast as Goku. Jackie Chan and Jet Li were the most popular choices. Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama has stated that a young Jackie Chan would have been among his top choices to play Goku, while Chan himself has admitted that he would have liked to have been a part of a proper live action Dragon Ball movie. Chan was not part of the movie, and Toriyama has stated the studio didn't listen to any of his suggestions about how to do the live action adaptation.
You think they could
And
afford
Jackie Chan wanted to do the movie.
How would they afford Jackie Chan if they're doing movies in an abandoned gene factory? Feedback.
Mm,
B.
You know what? These are the decisions. Go ahead, see.
What was that?
what happened?
Oh no. Go ahead, Bubba. What were you saying?
Oh, these are the to piggyback off of what CJ said. These are the decisions that I feel like would just not be made. You know, because it's like they didn't listen to Nas, man. Like all you need is one fan, just one fan to go, yo, Jack. Like I can imagine that person being in the back, and they're just like, oh, we could get Jackie Chan for this, and the person just back there eating some chips, going, yeah, do that.
But how can you afford that if your set is an abandoned gene factory?
What they had the money though. They
Yeah,
just
like,
Where?
and
120
Jackie
M.
Chan's a big name. That'll bring more money to the movie if you have an A-list big name as your
The
star.
money though.
yeah, it
Like-
was I think they said what was it, Hook? Like they intended to spend 100 million on this or something.
120.
Good God,
Then they divided it by 4.
fucking waste of money. Homeless people could have got fed with that money. I don't even know.
Oh my god. How
Spend it on Dragon Ball Evolution. Good God, American capitalism is out of control.
oh god. Calm down.
It's outrageous, I tell you.
Oh,
Close
my
your
God. CJ said burn the system. Burn the system that created this.
Really think about that. $120 million on Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, Jesus, like just
Nah, keep going. I want to hear it. Keep going.
Go ahead.
the
All
amount
out.
of
Go
just
all
the
out.
see, just the amount of good that I think they could have been done with that. That how about just making like you could have just given away DVD box sets of Dragon Ball Z to people for that much money, and it would have been better idea than making Dragon Ball Evolution. Like, it's just such a misstep. It's such a corporate cash grab bullshit that has no reverence to the fans and has no understanding of what made Dragon Ball Z popular in the first place and why it connected with fans. So to burn $120 million, Joker style, just a pile of money and just lit that bitch on fire to put out a so bad it's good movie that you could just drink a bunch of Captain Morgan with your college friends and take a dump on. That was that really worth it? Or do we now we need to do a Dragon Ball Z basically like Brotherhood and try to just remake this, or if you're gonna do it and just pretend this first one didn't happen. We're just gonna just like throw this in the garbage bin of history and just be like, oh, remember that garbage, 30-year-old Goku in high school Dragon Ball Z movie? Yeah, man, wasn't that fucking crazy? Just the way we talk about Wolverine origins compared to like Deadpool. So we're just gonna hope one day that they fix this, and we just never have to speak of this abomination again because it's a piece of shit. It's a terrible movie. It's very few redeeming things about it. It deserves to be the first like official bonfire because this shit it's a dumpster fire. So yeah, it is the flaming tire place in Springfield of The Simpsons. That's what this movie is. It's just perpetually on fire. Even years later, you look at it and you're just like, damn, this shit's still garbage. Like, that's all I got. I'm done.
Without even like, I can honestly understand that rage because it's like this movie is as bad as it is. Meanwhile, in O Block, I don't know if anybody listens to rap music, but that's all I even want to say about that. Like, meanwhile, on O Block, it's still O Block, and we put 120 million into this movie. Where are our schools? Like, where are like conflict avoidance centers to teach kids how to not do what they do? And yeah. I mean, when you put it like that, it's like, man, it's even more angersome.
I would say just imagine like the fact that if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan and you heard someone's making $120 million to make your like favorite property into a movie, and fast forward and you get this, like, isn't it fucked up they burned that money and you probably would rather that they didn't make it at all? You'd be like, I'm good. I didn't even need that. I didn't need any of that. I could have passed on that even as a hardcore Dragon Ball fan. That's a waste of money when the hardcore fans are like, oh, nah, this is bullshit. And those are like your target demographic. What do you think you're going to get? A brand new person who's never seen Dragon Ball and this is going to be the thing? The first impression that they get of the franchise? Like, That's even worse. That'll, like, as you guys said before, that'll turn them off of all the good Dragon Ball properties out there. You see this fresh, you're gonna think this is like the worst goddamn franchise you've ever seen. So
And then on that same day, you go home, and on your way home, you get robbed. Like, and you're just like, yo, they spent $120 million on that. And I live in a community that could use, I don't know, better protection. Like,
defund Dragon Ball Evolution. Defund Dragon
better
Ball
infrastructure. We can see the free healthcare. So CJ,
to reduce the crime
I gotta
rate?
ask you, CJ, what happened to the plane, the proverbial plane in this movie? What happened to the plane?
Oh, geez.
That joint exploded on the runway. It didn't even get off the ground. Just
It exploded
spontaneous
during-
combustion
It
on the
exploded
runway.
during
That
It was
joint
like,
didn't even
everybody,
get
y'all
lift
ready
off.
to go, boo.
It was like fasten your
No.
seatbelts and it just
No.
exploded.
no
It
fuel.
exploded during boarding.
Oh,
Yeah, like everybody wasn't even
boring.
on yet. Like that joint just blew up.
Dog, I think I found an even worse trivia fact about this movie.
You're doing you are a gentleman and a scholar.
Oh man.
Let's hear it.
The filmmakers decided to keep the number of characters in this film to an absolute minimum for a tighter story and better characterization. Therefore, sentient animals like Oolong and Puar were removed for realism. And fan favorites like Tien and Krillin were removed for better focus on the core characters.
Cool.
His best friend.
Krillin is
main
the core
character.
character.
Sir,
Niggas had the nerve to say tighter story. Who had the audacity to even make that press statement?
they put
Krillin
in
is a core
Yamcha over Krillin.
Like everybody in the first 50 episodes except Krillin was in the movie.
I mean,
So it's funny that they literally took them out because they thought it
Right.
would make the movie better.
I mean,
like
I
Krillin's
know
Group
essential.
minus Krillin, the best friend.
I
The first
know
per
Krillin gets off. I know Krillin gets killed during the actual King Piccolo, arc. But geez, man, they just said no. You're just not gonna be.
But like that was needed. Like Krillin needed to die there to propel Goku.
exactly.
Right.
Who else didn't they include? They didn't include
Puar, Oolong, Krillin, and Tien.
Turtle.
It's like get Tien and Puar because like Tien is a whole arc in general, like the tournament and everything. Like Tien was whooping ass when he
He's
first
in
came out.
Dragon Ball, right? He shows
Yeah,
up. in
Tien
Dragon
is
Ball.
Yeah.
he has his own major arc in Dragon Ball. Like Tien was a big bad for a little bit.
yeah, he was a douche. Him and Chaozu, another useless character. But I'm glad Chaozu wasn't in it. I think that would have made it even worse. That would have been a dumpster fire.
Chaozu-
That'd have been horrific.
At least Chaozu's
Like-
actual power was telekinesis, though. Like
Yeah, but how would he would fit as that sniveling asshole in like high school. He would be like Randall from Recess.
Tien fit because then he had 3 eyes. Like, bro. I mean, I guess Piccolo's green.
Piccolo was green. And he was a super scroll. Not Piccolo.
Oh, I have some notes on Piccolo. I definitely have Piccolo notes. There's a lot of Piccolo notes.
That was your main focus?
There's a lot of, like, he kept saying shit. Like, James Marston kept saying shit like, oh, I wanted it to be the best Piccolo ever, so I went risky. Like, he was fucking Tom Hardy playing Bane, but no, it didn't work like that. I'm gonna make it my own. All right, let me find that. He was like,
I'm just so tired of actors doing that, where they're just like, I'm going to make it my own. And yet, but we always applaud them on how well they stick to the source material. Actors are still just like, I'm going to do something completely different.
And that's
And then
crazy.
the directors are okay with that. I'm sorry, what'd you say, KB?
No, I was agreeing with you. Like, that's crazy. Like, they rather go, oh, hey, I'm gonna prove I'm a good actor by acting my own role for this character that has its complete different, like, look, feel, character to it. And you just like, let's remix it. No, bro.
You know what that's like? That's like you go and you hire an electrician and he comes to your house, and you're like, "Yo, can you fix my my electrical box?" And then the guy goes, "Great, cool, I can do that." And then he fucks your wife. Like, why? Why did you even come there?
Yeah, I'm out. Hey.
And that's how I feel about this Piccolo performance. I feel like it was visual adultery. It's the best way I can put it. BZ, you all right?
I'm back. Yeah, man. Holy shit. Somebody talk, please.
I'm sorry.
That's a horrible day. And you still got to pay him. And it's like, oh, that you still got to pay him.
Oh, that's so
You can be mad all day, but bruh,
This one, like,
bruh. You want me to call the company and they turn this shit off. But
as
yeah.
an actor, how do you even recover from a movie that bad?
Jesse Chatwick did Shameless, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, but I mean,
none of
like, he went from movie to TV after. He was like, I'm just gonna do TV, I guess. So
None of them had a movie after that. One of them, that was their last movie.
Amy, what's her name, who played Bulma, was actually Fiona in Shameless.
Yeah.
So they all just went to Shameless together and like other TV shows. It was just like movies like for us.
It's I feel like Chow Yun Fat. Chow Yun Fat, he's famous anyway.
Like, I imagine you just go home and you just sit in the shower for weeks.
Yeah.
You just don't leave the house no more. You're probably getting death threats. This movie was before Instagram, so they got lucky.
What's his name from Ghostbusters was in it? The black dude. Ernie, the Ghostbusters with Jesus Christ, why can't I think of no one's name right now? He also played in Bill Murray, the Bill Murray Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was in
that black dude.
Oh, Master Roshi's master.
Yeah.
Wait, Ernie
what was his name?
Yeah, Ernie something. Yeah.
Hey, I have a question / joke. So if they wanted to cast somebody for Mr. Popo, how would they go about doing it?
They wouldn't.
All right, next question.
It would do blackface.
I feel like it would be that dude Awaji Ejiofor, the one who's like always like the hella African like nemesis in any movie.
Basically, Barramordo from
Mordo.
MCU. Yeah.
I think that they would have like actually cast Mr. Popo. I think they did blackface.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I don't even
CGI.
Is it blackface if it's just a white man's voice with a CGI Mr. Popo?
Yeah.
Is that really that's still blackface?
It's gonna be one of those
they just had like they colored them.
Yeah.
I mean, like super darked them and just had them in the movie, not CGI.
What if
I feel like
really
it would have been like a
though?
Jar Jar Binks situation where it's just like this feels racist somehow in a way. Like,
This feels racist somehow. It's in there somewhere. Racism
I can't quite find it.
You just leaving the theater with squinty eyes going,
yeah, I just got that Umar Johnson look on my face where it's like, I don't quite know what I'm looking at, but I'm a little upset by it. Something ain't right. The ancestors are in the Panther realm looking at me sideways, like, yeah, this is something off with that. That's how Mr. Popo go in that Jar Jar category. It's like it might not be like racist overtly, but it's in there. You feel it. You feel the racism in there.
you feel it deep.
Hey, they said they did try to keep to the source material because Goku is instructed by Roshi to carry all of Roshi's luggage on his back while keeping up with Bulma's vehicle.
Oh,
This is similar. Yeah, this is similar to an event in the Dragonball manga where Master Roshi instructs Goku and Krillin to train wearing 50-pound turtle shells on their backs. Do y'all remember that at all?
That's how they stayed true to this. I mean, I remember that.
That's like the only way.
There's a whole character missing from that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Kind of important.
How do you drop the ball on that? They want to stick to the source material, but let's not
They took them out. They took out 4 people that was there. Shit, and they tried to keep it
Honestly,
Oh
they didn't
man,
even have to do the King Piccolo storyline. Like that wasn't even like, in my opinion, the best story in Dragon Ball. It was like it
was
was
it the
what
first
propelled
one?
it to Dragon Ball Z, but yeah.
In my opinion, Dragon Ball Z definitely had a better story for me.
No, I mean I
Um,
think Dragon Ball was better than Dragon Ball Z.
I'm saying
Hey,
as far as like fights and everything, like I did love the story for Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball Z had better, just all around action.
they could have
That's what
did
was
Cuz
popping.
with the ponytail.
I mean,
General Tao.
but that's why I
Oh, I
think
love
Dragon
General
Ball
Tao.
would have been Dragon Ball would have been an overall better movie if they tried harder because it was an adventure story. Like Dragon Ball was about the journey and the adventure. They're going to all these different places. You got big old dinosaurs, you got random little aliens and creatures. But Dragon Ball Z was more about the pull up and the fights. But Dragon Ball was a cohesive, complete adventure story, and they could have had a solid movie from that.
You know what? I emphatically agree with Nick over here. That's probably the biggest ball that they dropped. They chose a story that could have been, honestly, Dragon Ball kind of stands on its own without any, like, Dragon Ball is the only part of the series that could stand on its own as just a weekly Shonen Jump adventure, like this week's adventure thing, because that's really how it started. It was like this kid Goku, he's kind of strange, got a tail, pretty strong, fights martial arts, goes around, he's cute, he's adorable, beats ass. You can't go wrong with that. And they really had great source material to come from, where they could have had this movie just being about a kid having a great time being awesome. And they chose to give him his powers at 18
During the Blood Moon.
during the blood moon.
Fucking
He
blood
didn't have a
moon.
tail.
No
He
tail.
didn't have
Nope.
a tail.
No tail.
You can't turn to it. Whatever.
But remember, he's also the bad guy. One of the bad guys. With the classic, you must become one with your inner self. You have to love it. And what part is that? No.
I mean, they definitely, like, as somebody who thoroughly enjoyed Dragon Ball manga and anime, they dropped the ball, man. It's such a better story than Dragon Ball Z.
I think they even dropped the staff, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, like, because that was before like powers and power ups. So like, Goku and Krillin, they used to just fight. Like they trained, they fought, and they didn't even have to so much go into the whole powers thing. Like doing a mediocre Kamehameha was like the peak of energy in that time frame.
That Kamehameha shit. Oh my god.
But I don't know how
Oh.
mediocre you're saying a Kamehameha wave is. But trust you me, if you ever got hit by one, it'd be like a Thanos snap. It's just
I'm talking about the one in this movie. It was
The one against the scroll? Ooh.
oh
uh,
I think we're all like simultaneously getting some level of like into like just heartburn or intestinal issues just thinking about this Kamehameha.
He did a running, let's jump and fly and Kamehameha through your.
like
what
Dragon
is
Fist
he?
type.
Yeah.
Except
Why?
he aimed it at Piccolo, and
Yeah.
somehow that catapulted him forward.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Dog.
No
This
Dragon
dude
Fist
who
through
played
the gut.
Piccolo has so many notes. Like he thought he was going to be like getting Oscars for this performance. Like
This man
he
came
said-
prepared
he
to the
said,
abandoned
according
Cheese Factory.
to James Marsters, his characterization of Lord Piccolo is based on loneliness and revenge. Piccolo is floating in the air in the beautiful landscape, but he never even admires the landscape. He is only thinking or musing and staring at his feet. I think that this is a characteristic of Piccolo more than anything else. Maybe it must be a characteristic for revenge. He hates himself and blames the people who trapped him. His desire is to kill not only them, but their family. Furthermore, to destroy the city and the planet they live and protect. To get revenge is everything to him. Everything.
Yeah, what? What?
And like, I'm just wondering also the reasoning of whoever even wrote that to try to, I don't know, cover up the fact that they just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Because I just want people to take a second. Even if I was a villain hell bent on doing anything, I'm totally gonna stop mid fight and go, that's a really dope mountain over there. Like that shouldn't be your barometer. I'm pretty sure I'm not using that word right, or like litmus test as to like how evil I am. Like really, did somebody go like, man, Hitler sure is messed up. He's not looking at all these flowers right now. Like the that is what why is that your metric? Why is that what you focus on and choose to put into a sentence? He is so evil because he didn't even want to look at the scenery that he was freshly destroying 2 seconds ago.
Like, was
He
Kami
tried
in
to
the
make
movie?
Piccolo deep.
Was Kami in the movie?
No.
No.
Then how
They
do they
didn't
even
even have
have?
Krillin in the movie.
But how do they have Piccolo with no Kami? Like,
Because it
Lord
Dragonball
Piccolo at that.
evolution.
like the whole point of Piccolo is that Piccolo is Kami's expelled evil. So like, how do you have one and not the other?
Well, you could have Piccolo first and then like Kami comes later, obviously, but you know,
Yeah,
because
they
like
thought they were getting 3 movies.
he didn't meet him at the same time.
They planned on a sequel, but this was so bad that everybody just
Died, exploded, something.
yeah. Yep.
But that's really all of my notes. Y'all got anything after any save rounds of this plane that didn't even take off?
Oh,
Oh,
I got something else.
Go ahead.
According to James Marsters, the same dude who played
Oh my
Piccolo,
God.
the producers wanted to make Piccolo more beautiful than Marsters wanted him to be. Since the producers were not around when filming started, Marsters and the makeup artist changed the character's look to make him, which would reflect Piccolo's race. Many people said it would be better if I think I read that already.
You said that. Wow.
Yeah.
I got another one though.
Lay it on your boys. Pause.
You got it.
Okay. According to film's makeup expert Ed French, it took 4 hours to apply the prosthetics to James Marsters and change them into Piccolo. At first, it took 17 hours, but Marsters had difficulty breathing, and Piccolo's look also seemed overdone, so some prosthetics were removed, thus shortening time to 4 hours.
That's disgusting. Didn't it take Drax like whatchamacallit though? Like 8 hours or something? It took Drax a minute to get his shit on. Batista, he had a whole interview about it, how he almost died.
I feel like that shouldn't be that long. I mean, it's some quick paint and some small prosthetics.
They had layers to it, I guess. I don't know. I'm over exaggerating. I doubt it was 8 hours. But Hook.
Yeah.
This was the outro, Playboy.
We did? Say it again.
It is with outro, Playboy.
You said it's a what?
Hey! That's all the notes?
Yes, sir. That's all of them.
All right. I have so many James Marsters notes. It's crazy. Like it was.
He should get an Academy Award. Just
my one last issue was the fact that Ariana Bulma had Chi-Chi's actual hair the whole time. I don't know why they put Chi-Chi's hair on Bulma. It was very confusing. And I get that Bulma kind of had something along those lines when she was younger, but the fact that Chi-Chi had some
funny
weird
that you say that.
She had the long hair going down in the original Dragon Ball.
She was supposed to be Chi-Chi.
Yeah, but she only had that for like a couple of scenes.
She
for her to
auditioned
have
for
that
Chi-Chi.
this whole movie.
I guess.
All right. Yeah, I let that man live. I don't want to do it. All right, thank you everybody for joining us on the first episode of Bonfire. As you can see, my man Sith Lord has the Fire Squad merch on. Go ahead, show it for one time, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you can see, all you gotta do is hit up somebody from the Fire Squad Mafia. We will let you know where to get that. Also, catch our episodes on YouTube, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio. We're coming to Pandora soon. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Tidal, all the good places. Go follow this gang. Go follow the gang. Follow the squad. If you see us on YouTube, subscribe, comment, leave a rate. If you see us on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review and comment. That's how our algorithm gets better. Thank you for joining us. For Sith Lord, for B-Mac, for Sniper Elite, for C Jizzle, Puffco Poppy from Liberty Sizzle, and for the first time on screen, Einstein von Schnuggersnacker. All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Tell someone you love them.